It is Sunday morning, and you know what that means. It's Browns football. It's back off the bye. Fantasy football starts. Let's get those questions in now using hashtag AskAndy. Jump in the chat, and Joe Madden is going to join me to build the ultimate betting ticket for NFL Week 10 in the Parlay Party. Let's get to the show.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to The Sick Podcast with Andy McNamara, the sickest Cleveland Browns podcast.
Chubb runs, he's to the 10, 15, he's to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. There goes Chubb, he's to the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Shabba-lubba hub.
It's gonna be sick.
Welcome, everybody. Hey, we're back from the bye, baby. Taking on the Jets. Woo, boy. Yeah, if you're not a Browns or a Jets fan, there is not a lot of reason to be watching this ball game. But there's a lot of implications. There are plenty of factors that could carry forward out of the result of this game. First of all, of course, hey, make sure you are jumping in the chat. Click subscribe, notifications on. Follow on X at SickPodBrowns, at AndyMC81. Get your questions in for fantasy football using hashtag AskAndy, Instagram, and TikTok at AndyMC Sports. That's where you can find my game reactions and reactions to anything going on with the Browns, such as this is the first Paul DePodesta free, free Sunday in 7 years. Woo, boy. Since actually, you know what? Really, when he's been involved, since what, 2016? So like 9 years? Like this is just absolutely crazy. We got Grant in the house. What's up, Andy? What's up, Grant? Grant out of Canton, Ohio, picking up some good bourbon, I understand. Guten Tag, says Griff. Griff, Guten Tag, baby. Let's go. But DePodesta gone to the Rockies. Thank goodness. As I said in my post, this was the man who orchestrated a record under his reign of terror, quiet terror, 56-99-1. The cowardice of the setup of the Browns organization reached its final climax with him dipping out before he could say he had 100 losses. The organization is not better at all from when he joined. Still no franchise quarterback. Oh, you got one for a moment with Baker Mayfield, but then you canned John Dorsey, and he wasn't perfect. But you canned Dorsey, ran Baker out of town, Deshaun Watson fiasco that we are still paying for. The legacy of Paul DePodesta will be that of what he's been his whole career. Failure. Nothing absolutely works with Paul DePodesta. Now, the question was, and why I said cowardice from the organizational structure. You don't know. We never knew who to pin blame on. They're so slippery. Right? It was collaborative. So if something good or bad happened, it was everybody. Deshaun Watson did. Now, the owner took some blame for it, but how much was DePodesta there? Bottom line, his title was Chief Strategy Officer, and the strategy absolutely sucked under Paul DePodesta. 56-99-1. Chase beloved Baker Mayfield out of town. Would you mature? You develop people, folks. Think Josh Allen was a polished product when he got to Buffalo? No. He was developed. Lamar Jackson still can't throw the ball as well as I think people say, but he developed. You develop these people. Sam Darnold, for goodness sake. Right? You let him go. And Paul DePodesta had the puppet strings, hired Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry, married them together, mixed results, 2 Coach of the Years, fine, but just 2 playoff appearances in their 6 years together. Going to have having another terrible season, and this is where we're at with nothing. So just like when he was with the Oakland A's, and people went, oh, Moneyball. What did the Oakland A's do? Didn't win. Didn't win the title. Lost. Losers. Went with the Dodgers. Loser. I was going to go to the Colorado Rockies. Good luck. Colorado's a mess. It's not my problem. But guess what the result's going to be there? Loser. No one fails at a more profitable level than Paul DePodesta. We should all hope that we fail as spectacularly and benefit financially as Paul DePodesta. I don't understand. Smooth talking grifter, the Ivy League, and says a whole bunch of words. what we have to hope for the Browns is that this will force Jimmy Haslam to say, okay, this strategy for nearly a decade didn't work. Now let's go to the football side. The only time you had any sort of limited sustained success was when a football man was in charge. I don't know if that's a president. I don't know if that's whatever. But it now opens the door, or it should, for Jimmy Haslam to say, Barry and Stefanski gone, somebody else gone. The thing is, you don't want to fall into the trap that the Bears did, the Titans did, Jaguars did with Trevor Lawrence, and numerous other teams, where you draft your quarterback, you keep the old regime, it inevitably flops, and then you have to go get a new coach, new GM, maybe this guy's in their guy, and off you go. Kind of like what Baker Mayfield a little bit, right? But you want to bring in the coach and this new regime together with the rookie quarterback. That's what you want. That's what you need. And by the way, Fernando Mendoza home. This is the Mendoza Bowl. We can call that today. Mendoza Bowl. That kid's going first overall. Indiana quarterback. The kid's the real deal. You hear him talk after a game. You see him play, throws a pick, overcomes. Guys, all the physical tools in the world. And that's why I don't care how many first-round picks the Browns have. You can't have this same strategy picking a quarterback. What has it produced? We'll get to that. The quarterback's under Andrew Berry, who has been hampered with the awful Deshaun Watson deal and giving up all the picks, granted. But you need a football proper person to pick this quarterback who understands that 6'5" is a good thing. A big arm and mobility is a good thing. That's what you need. Not a 5'9" lefty who can't throw the ball more than 5 yards. Right? The strategy sucks, Jimmy Haslam. It sucks and it doesn't work. Change the strategy. Now's your chance. Chat blowing up here. Grant, what are you saying? I don't think we see any changes this week with him gone unless Tommy throws out the analytics when calling plays. I'm with you, Grant. Look, Kevin Stefanski changed with Ken Dorsey last year. The offense actually dipped in points after the first game. It dipped overall. Right? Now, different offense, different quarterback, a worse quarterback than Jameis Winston. So I agree. I think it's going to be, because they're both making the plays. Is Tommy Rees just going to start telling Dillon Gabriel, air it out? Can he? The Jets are, I believe, the only team in the NFL without an interception this year. They don't have a pick. And they traded away their two best defensive players to load up on first-round picks and a second-round pick to go get their next quarterback, which, if anyone's watching college football, you'd think is Fernando Mendoza. Grant saying, you can't be a CEO if you live 2,400 miles away from Berea. Grant, fantastic point. That's Paul DePodesta. Yeah, La Jolla or whatever it was, California. What a gig. What a gig by DePodesta. Unbelievable. Stealing money from the Haslams. Wild. Just wild. Well, now he's gone. Does Jimmy Haslam finally get the right guy? Bring in a football. Bring in a tough SOB. John Dorsey was not messing around. And he arguably had as much to do with Baker Mayfield's downfall as bringing Odell Beckham Jr. in. Wasn't perfect, but still the best players on this team, or very recently, were from his evaluations, his drafts. Grant saying, I thought they didn't make movies about losers. I guess they do since Moneyball came out. Yes, that's what I've been saying, Grant. Why do you make a movie about losers? Oh, boy, Moneyball. Look at all the analytics. Did they win? Oh, no. Well, the baseball, the rich teams then stole it. Okay, they make a movie about the rich teams that win. I don't care about Paul DePodesta being played by Jonah Hill. Big whoop. Unbelievable. But he's gone. That gives me hope. As a Browns fan, we have hope. We know hope isn't a strategy. That's all we got. We have to hope Jimmy Haslam makes the right move and says, bring me a football man. You cannot be trusted to evaluate quarterbacks, this current regime. You just can't. You just can't. Fantasy football talk coming up. I'm going to show you why we can't have that. Okay? Check this, my friends. Let's see. Tommy Rees, well, we have a Browns team that is scoring 15.8 points per game, jacked up by that one game where the defense scored all the touchdowns, remember, against Miami. Dillon Gabriel making his 5th career start. Tony Grossi rightfully said this is getting Cody Kessler vibes, doesn't it? We've seen these quarterbacks guys before. Cody Kesslers, Deshaun Kaisers, right? All these backup guys. This is Cody Kessler. Cody Kessler was useless, and he looks better than Dillon Gabriel. And he couldn't do anything. Cedric Tillman is back. Dillon Gabriel, league worst, 4.9 yards per pass attempt. 4.9 yards per pass attempt. Throwing often behind the line of scrimmage. Quite often, I don't even think we can blame Stefanski on all of it. His read is this. Check down. That's probably a combination of everyone's fault. But that's Tommy Reese's challenge. 58% of his passes to backs or tight ends, connecting on only 50% to wide receivers. That's all you need to know, kids. Right? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Now, the Jets trade away their defense. If you can't score against this Jets team, then we're battling for the Mendoza Bowl today. And I want them. But I also want to win because it's a long season remaining. Maybe I'll regret that come draft day. But to me, it's Mendoza no matter what. And I don't know how you get around that if you beat the Jets today and what happens. But, man, I want to win. That's what I want. Now, fantasy football-wise, get your questions in. Pop them in. Quarterback ads if you need. Patrick on Instagram messaged in earlier using hashtag AskAndy saying, Andy, who do I pick up at quarterback? Top pickups? Browns' former QB, Jacoby Brissett, absolutely lighting it up with the future of Kyler Murray fuzzy. Jacoby Brissett gets the start. Murray out with injury. 3 straight games of over 20 fantasy points for Jacoby Brissett. Does that continue? I don't know, but 3 games in a row. That's a nice little sample size. Only rostered in 18% of Yahoo leagues. Jacoby Brissett. Marcus Mariota, obviously, another hot ad with Jane Daniels being gone. But if you're streaming this week, and we got the Bengals out, the Cowboys out, Titans out, Chiefs on bye. So this is a case where you have Cardinals going up against the Seahawks. Seahawks, very good defense, but Jacoby guy's getting it done, man. Guy's getting it done. Running back with the Cardinals as well. This is where I had to make a decision. Bam Knight or DeMarcado. Benson's supposed to be back next week for them. It's a hot hand. It's a pick 'em. I still like the upside of Bam Knight a bit better. That's who I'm personally rolling with. But it's dicey. If we check fantasy football injury news, let's see. I thought this was interesting too, real quick, that the Cowboys put a poison pill, Adam Schefter reporting this, a poison pill deal in the trade with the Packers with Micah Parsons, saying if Parsons is traded to an NFC East team, then the Cowboys get a first-round pick, an extra first-round pick from the Packers, which is pretty wild. So I thought that was kind of interesting coming out. Let's see, injury-wise. Like I said, Cedric Tillman back for the Browns. I'll say this. Anytime touchdown, Joe Madden coming up in a few minutes with us here. I think David Njoku, he was just over the moon to still be in Cleveland. I'm not going anywhere. I don't recommend playing him in fantasy. I think in anytime, we're going to pull up the anytime touchdown play. Let's see here. Looking for injuries today. Oh, here's one I need to pay attention to. There's DeAndre Swift listed as questionable for Sunday due to a groin injury and personal reasons, expected to play. So groin and personal reasons. Groin injuries, you can't get more personal than a groin injury. DeAndre Swift, okay, so we can put him in. Ted McMillan for the Panthers, questionable for Sunday due to a hammy, is expected to play. Browns Harold Fannin listed as questionable for Sunday due to a hammy, is expected to play. Cedric Tillman back, like we said. Garrett Wilson, questionable for Sunday due to a knee injury, is expected to play versus the Browns. I'd stay away from the Jets outside of Breece Hall. Remember, Myles Garrett feasted on Justin Fields back when he was a rookie. Things changed, etc. I was at the game. We got 4.5 sacks. Justin Fields knows Myles Garrett real well, and I think Myles Garrett is going to be looking and feeling and ready for that. Let's see here. Matthew Golden, Dontavian Wicks, questionable for Monday night's game versus the Eagles. Christian Watson, I believe, as well. So maybe a Luke Musgrave tight end, probably snatched up already, but there's going to be fewer options Josh Jacobs, probably a big, heavy day for him, too. I think that's going to be a good one. But the Packers, there's so many questions. There's so many questions with this Packers team. A.J. Brown, off the injury report, good to go Monday night. That's good news. A.J. Brown back versus the Packers. Dallas Goedert must play as well. He's been hot. Let's see. Yeah, injury-wise, I think that's... And if you guys got any plays, if you guys got any start-sit questions or anybody you like to get in, let me know. Like, who's your hot fantasy play? Who's your wide receiver play? Parker Washington of the Jags. Remember, Brian Thomas Jr. out for this game. Jacoby Myers being brought in first game. I think this might be, depending how they use Myers and Thomas's status. Remember, Travis Hunter out. Parker Washington has been real good the last 3 weeks. Quietly. And by real good, I mean like in the mid-teens fantasy production, which from a waiver wire ad, can't ask for too much better than that. And the Jags are playing the Texans. Tough Texas D, but from PPR, you can have it. Jags are 1.5-point favorites. I think Travis Etienne, I'd be comfortable starting him today too. Be comfortable starting Travis. He went real low, really low. But then he popped back up and did well. Let's just make sure we don't have any other injury news here. Aaron Jones for the Vikings, questionable shoulder, is expected to play. That's where it's tough. I have Jones and Jordan Mason for the handcuff. If they both play, I don't like the real late ad health-wise, so I'm gonna stick with Mason. If you have to pick a guy out of those two. Let's see here. Yeah, Colts signed Laquan Treadwell. How is he still in the league? Good Lord. To the practice squad. Who cares? Puka off the injury report. So Puka Nacua for the Rams off the injury report. Light yourself up some Puka as they play 4:25 game against the 49ers. That'll be interesting. That'll be an interesting matchup. We're gonna be getting to the parlay party in a second here, folks. Okay. We're gonna make sure to share the link, jump in the chat. Love it when everybody's chatting away and getting the questions in, whether it's betting wise, whether it's whatever it might be, fantasy football wise. Get that in there. There we go. Okay. And I'm gonna set up my DraftKings Sportsbook, people. Remember, you get in on it, bet along. We'll build this ticket. Some interesting action today. And let me see. One more fantasy football move. Remember, Bucky Irving out again. Rachaad White, you can start him up. What a dud of a Thursday nighter, too. Oronde Gadsden, again, put him in there at tight end, man. He's gone now. But I told you about him like a month ago. Bam Knight's there. It's dicey. Okay. Let's claim a little boost. Let's see here. There we go. And we'll log in and get ready. We'll get ready for the parlay party. Okay. I'm looking. There's hottest ads. Justin Fields. Again, Justin Fields, like, he might be able to run, but I don't like him in there. Michael Penix Jr., if we're looking at quarterbacks, way too up and down. Now, what's Davis Mills doing here? Oh, CJ Stroud's out. Davis Mills is the starter. I missed that. Oh, gross. Ew. You know what? I say gross. Davis Mills in pop duty could air it out. I'd still be a little wary on any yeesh. Now, is Mac Jones playing? Let's see. Mac Jones will start Sunday's game against the Rams. Yeah, so Mac Jones is in there. Mac Jones, another serviceable guy. 15.8 points last game, no turnovers, 19 the game before. You know, kind of has a bit of a higher ceiling than, let's say, an Aaron Rodgers at this point, but just 9% rostered if you're in a pinch. Those are the type of guys we can be looking at. DeMarco's out there. De'Ami Brown for the Jags. A hot ad. I personally like what Parker Washington's been able to do. De'Ami Brown's more speculation than I think that Parker Washington has proven, right? So I think that's really where we're looking. Any other fantasy football questions? Get them in, or comments. Who you like? Who's this must start for you? Get them in the chat on X at SickPodBrowns, at AndyMC81, Instagram and TikTok at AndyMCSports. Let's bring in Team Jandy is back, getting up early with us, out from Calgary. It is Joe Madden at Joe Madden Sports for the Parlay Party. Joe, how are you?
I'm good. You just caught me pouring my French press into my cup. I tell you, the morning went way too quick. What happened? But it's Jandy Day. I love it.
I love it. You're chugging the coffee. Very good. What are you taking your coffee? Is it anything special, anything fun?
A splash of milk, like just the slightest splash. If it's too milk, it makes me gag.
So we're going a little bit of milk. I like a little oat milk and a bit of honey instead of sugar.
Nice.
Just kind of mix it up a little bit, right?
That would be a great way to go.
So what are we thinking for this week, Joe? Because we got on the bye, Bengals, Cowboys, Titans, Chiefs, so some big hitters out. But I think there's some interesting prop bets here. Where's your head sort of go at after, again, that stinker of a Thursday nighter? We hope for more entertaining football today.
My God, what a brutal game that was out there for sure. I'm hoping we don't see a stinker with the Bears, right? Like, I'm looking at that one, the Giants and the Bears. We're going to have weather. The Bears are my survivor pick, Andy, so I'm not too comfortable on that. If there's someone you think I should jump for, I'm just not sure I'm going to have them available. So I don't trust Detroit this week versus Washington.
No.
So I don't trust them. I think the Steelers probably upset the Chargers.
Okay.
I got the Steelers plus the points. You know, we get into Monday night. I like the dogs this week, and that's what absolutely terrifies me. I'm looking at the majority of the dogs plus the points to be able to. I think we got an upset week, except for your Browns. I just don't see the Jets doing it.
Man, like the Jets. Look, here's the thing, Joe. The Browns' offense is so anemic. Dillon Gabriel, lowest. I don't know if you heard, lowest pass per attempt in the NFL. 4.9 yards per attempt. Disgusting. Joe, I actually have to watch other NFL games to remind me why watching football is fun. I'm like, oh, there's pass. It's incredibly incompetent. They changed their play caller, offensive coordinator Tommy Reese. But if you can't score on a team that traded their best defensive tackle superstar, Quentin Williams, and Sauce Gardner, then I don't think you're ever going to score.
No. So should I trust the Browns? Should I jump ship and put the Browns as my survivor pick?
Oh, I wouldn't do that. If there's money on the line, Joe.
But I'm trusting the Bears. So, like, I'm just lost right now.
Do you have any other options? Do you have any other options you could pick that we can roll through?
I do have a lot of options, but my problem is I can make a case for all of those dogs. So let's just get into my survivor here and I have left.
Because I'm with you. The Bears, like, it's like, I don't love it, but.
I don't love it. I don't hate it. Mm-hmm. I have the Ravens and the Vikings. I think Vikings could upset.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, so the one I was looking at was the Bucs. We got the Patriots 7-2, the Bucs 6-2 coming off a bye. I do have the Bucs available.
You do have the Bucs available. The Patriots, having seen the Patriots beat the Browns last week, Joe, I just think they're getting better. Like Mike Vrabel, Drake May, and Baker Mayfield. You know, I love my Baker. But looks like maybe with the injury, a little bit of a decline, maybe peaked too early.
Yeah.
You know what?
So that's where I'm at with that game too as well, because I can't take the Patriots. So it's the Bucs or nothing in that one. But the Patriots, Drake May can throw those huge bombs. And I was looking at him in this game. I'm taking him for his longest pass reception over, I believe it's 33.5, 34.5. Right in there. I think he's going to have a nice couple of big targets down the field. I
like that. So we're going over on the Drake May longest pass. I like it. And look, he can run too, Joe. Just
he's fantastic.
17 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. And Vrabel just keeps getting the better. Yeah. You know what, Joe? I think you got to stick with the Bears.
Because where do I go? I'm not touching the Jags or the Texans.
No.
Not touching the Saints or the Panthers. I kind of think the Saints get the upset. I think I've got the Cardinals and the Seahawks, but I don't know. I think Jacoby Brissett, the Seahawks have the Rams on deck. See, there's like always a reason. Or do I take the Rams and trust them against the 49ers? I don't think I can do that either with them having the Seahawks on deck.
No. Puka Nacua is back, so that's at least a plus for the Rams. But you're right. And I'm looking like there's not the biggest spread I'm seeing right now is Dolphins Bills.
Oh yeah, I used the Bills already.
Used the Bills. Indianapolis Falcons, but the Falcons are super weird.
Yeah, and that game's already going. So.
Oh shoot! Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That was I forgot about that one. Yeah, they're back. That's their other game.
Right now.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
so I could use the Lions, but I think the Commandos with Marcus Mariota have a fighting chance.
And they have the apparently the president in the house trying to get. President.
Oh yeah, because he wants to put his name on it.
The new stadium.
There we go. Stamp your name on it. I want someone to name a stadium after me.
Right.
The Joe.
I mean too. The Joe Man Entertainment Complex.
There we go. We got a name. Or should they just name it Jandy? I think they should name it Jandy.
The Jandy Sports, Super Complex. I like it. Yeah. I think that's perfect.
I do too.
Let's build out this ticket a little bit together here. Yeah. But the point is, there's not a lot of like, oh yeah, this is a gimme. You know, like even like Seattle and the Cardinals. Seattle 7.5. Jacoby Brissett has been sneaky good for 3 straight weeks.
Oh yeah, he has been.
So like the 7.5, I'm not comfortable in a division game. No. Like I think, what do you think of having the Cardinals cover that?
Absolutely. I got them all day because you got the Seahawks with the Rams on deck. And I know they're like both of the games are in the same division, but it's Rams sitting at the top of the division with the Seahawks, right? Like that's the game they're going to look ahead to. And correct me if I'm wrong, they've already beat the Cardinals this season.
I think you're right. Yeah.
So they're I don't know, these teams, everyone can say there's no look aheads and there's no, like, they don't go in too confident. They do.
They do.
Right? Like if we had a thumb war, Andy, and I beat you 5 times, I think it's going to win the 6th.
Yeah. That's right. The odds would be in your favor for that one. Yeah. These, and especially the AFC West, it's so close. It's so weird. We look at, let's see here. Okay, so Jags Texans, if we just roll through these bad boys here. 1.5, like the Texans, Davis Mills is starting. I think the Jags could pull an upset here. Davis Mills? I don't know.
Right?
Do you like
Trevor
the road
Lawrence needs to get something done with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yeah. I'm still shocked that they're sitting there as a slight underdog in that one.
Me too. All right, so we'll take the Jags. Straight up money line. Giants, Bears, we're going to put the positive Jandy energy out there and pick Bears to win for your survivor pool. Minus 225. Ravens, Vikings. Boy, that's such a like. I don't trust JJ McCarthy because he hasn't done it, but he hasn't been doing it for long enough. But they have the tools to do it.
They do. So I'm big on him using his legs in this one. Okay. I've got him over his rushing. I do think Derrick Henry has a huge day though. So the Vikings defense has to find a way to shut down Derrick Henry, right? Like they just absolutely have to. It's going to be a struggle for them to be able to do so, but I think they find a way to just limit him slightly. I think Lamar has to use his arm more because of that. But I think JJ, like, I'm looking for him over that. I believe it's 18.5 rushing yards. He had 25 in his first 2 games out. He had 9 carries, only 11 yards in that last game. So, like, he's not afraid to get out of the pocket. He has the weapons. You got Justin Jefferson on your team. You got every opportunity to win.
Absolutely. Okay, so we'll go. I have JJ at 19.5 over. We're so comfortable with that, though.
I'm still comfortable. I think
Derrick Henry. 30. Yeah, I think so. Derrick Henry, 80.5 over under. We like that's getting a little spicy, but
what about his longest? Like, I'm sure he'll break off for a long one.
Does he have player longest rush? Let's see. Derrick Henry, 16.5.
Oh yeah, he should be able to get one run of that, right?
Get run over. Yeah, I think that could be. We could pop that in there.
Yeah.
Player rush attempts, 17.5 for Henry.
It's a lot to ask.
7. I know they put it right out there. Vegas is so good. They're just like,
knows what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. We'll stick with the. We'll stick with that Rams. No, I don't want that. I don't want that game. It's taking me to the Colts one. Get out of here.
And there's no reason we can't take anyone to an under. Like, I took my Buckeyes quarterback yesterday, under 2.5 passing touchdowns, and he only put 1 up on Purdue, which was like they got the win.
Yes,
big win. Only 1 touchdown on Purdue because Purdue's weak at the stopping the run in the red zone.
Right.
Julian Sam did exactly what I needed him to do.
I wish I took Mendoza earlier in the Heisman Trophy because boy, that kid. Joe, I don't care if he wins it or not. That kid's the real deal. That's the first overall pick.
Oh,
That's
for
a first
sure.
overall pick. It could be the Mendoza Bowl today, Browns Jets.
Could be.
Whoever loses gets Mendoza. Right? It could be first overall pick.
You guys should be able to get it done here versus the Jets, right?
I would. I've learned, Joe, to never, if it's positive, to never think the Browns can do it as a given.
Okay.
It's like they should do a lot of things, and they don't. Let's go to this Browns Jets game. Let's take the Browns. Let's put some good mojo out there. Browns straight up, eh?
Go. Oh yeah, straight up.
Browns straight up. Let's go. Saints Panthers. Prison inmate game. Barf. Tyler Shuck. Is Bryce Young in there? I think.
Oh, the president's coming to this game?
No, he's going to the Commanders game.
Okay. You said this one. I was like, wow, he's going to Stinker for sure.
He's going to Carolina. Why not? Maybe he'll fly to both. I don't know. Boy,
I got the Saints.
Panthers.
I think the Saints upset.
Saints could. Want to put this plus 205?
Yeah, I think they do.
So here's what we could do. 5.5. Do we take the Saints to cover if we think it's going to be close at minus 115 or Saints straight up? What do you think?
Well, I think outside of like whatever you're building, put a small sprinkle on the Saints to win, like just a small one, you guys. But look at the Carolina Panthers. They're coming off that huge win in Lambeau, right? They beat the Packers.
Yep.
Shocking. The Saints need another win.
Saints, they absolutely do, and they need a quarterback too. Bills, Dolphins. I know the Dolphins spring up once in a while, but come on, man. On the road, I know there's a South Beach flu once in a while, but this should be a stomp. No?
It should be. It should be.
9.5?
Yeah. What's the Bills? Who's on deck for the Buffalo Bills? I forgot to look at that. They are coming off KC, right?
Let me see. They are coming off KC. Let's see their schedule here. They got Dolphins, then Buccaneers, big game against the Bucks. Yeah. And then Texans after that. So Buccaneers is a big game, but I don't think it's like they're overlooked to get to the Buccaneers.
No.
Right?
No.
So they beat the Dolphins 31-21, beat them by 10 last time in week 3. We're talking 9.5. Yeah. Division game. Maybe we play it safe and just take them to win outright, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think they win outright. I think Tua might push a little bit at home in this one. Well, he's coming off the game versus Baltimore, right?
Oh, do we put an anytime interception on Tua?
Oh, hell yeah, we do.
How about let's get that. I kind of like that one. Let's do a little because look, there's so many teams that are going to be looking for a quarterback. Like Miami could move on, Arizona could be looking for a new one, and then the obvious: the Saints, the Jets, the Browns, the Raiders.
Yeah,
interception.
The Raiders need a quarterback.
Tua INT, yes, minus 160. We're going to sprinkle that on there. There we go. We got the Cardinals to cover. Rams, 49ers. Rams, 5.5-point road favorites. And we know, Joe, that, look, Mac Jones is going to be starting, but we know that system, Mac Jones has played well in it, and the 49ers can keep doing it no matter who's at QB, it seems.
Oh, absolutely. So it's got to be 49ers plus the points, right?
49ers, 5.5. Over-under also set at 49.5. I don't know if that interests you at all.
I don't know if it gets there. I think it's a little high because you look at the Rams defense. You look at the inefficiencies out of the 49ers offensively on some of those drives.
Yeah, let me look at the 49ers real quick, what they've been scoring here. It put up 34 against the Giants, 15 against the Texans. I think maybe an underplay.
Mm-hmm.
So 49ers minus 105 to cover the 5.5 and then under?
Yeah, that's where I go.
Let's do it. Okay, we got that. Okay, so we'll do that there. All right. Then we got Lions Commanders, President in the house. Lions 7.5-point road favorites. Over under set at 48.5. I think that one could be a little fun as far as a shootout potentially.
Upset of the day. Upset of the day. They win it for the president.
They win it for the president.
Come out and win it for the president.
Woo! I
don't know.
Let's take him to cover.
Mariota, he's competent.
And for fantasy football purposes, uses his legs well too.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, that's an interesting thing to note. So I took Marcus Mariota for his rushing yards to the over anytime touchdown. I took Justin Herbert for the same and one more quarterback. I'm trying to think. Oh, Jalen Hurts.
For anytime touchdown.
Those 3 quarterbacks, rushing yards and touchdowns. Herbie's like plus 650.
Oh, wow.
Marcus
Okay.
Mariota, I believe, was like +4 and change, +430 maybe.
I have +390 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been when you bet it.
Yeah.
I'll do +390. All Mariota there. Okay. So there we go. We'll take him to cover. Steelers, Chargers. I love your Chargers.
I'm glad someone does.
You know,
I don't. I'm terrified.
Steelers are weird, but they're on the road. It's not
Yeah.
at home. It's in LA. 2.5. I think the Chargers should be able to win outright.
We should. I don't know.
You-
I don't know how much of an impact Penning's going to be right away on that offensive line there. That they picked up from the draft, right? Because I look at Joe Alt was already taking Slater's spot, and then he went out with injury, and we saw Justin Herbert. He's the most sacked quarterback in the league this season, right? So then we saw
Right.
Justin Herbert behind that offensive line just get absolutely destroyed. We saw Joe Alt come back in and then go out last week in that disgusting game. So
Ooh.
I don't know. I look at this. I'm like, if TJ Watt can break through, I think it's gonna be a long day.
Boy,
and we
you're
know
right.
Steelers fans. They're jerks and they travel. They're not like jerks because they're jerks. They're jerks because they travel. And this will look like a Steelers stadium.
And they're also actual jerks as well.
Are they?
That's
Oh,
it.
I've never met a Steelers fan, actually in person.
Oh, I have.
I didn't know they really existed, but not up here in Canada, at least. Actually, I
There's
met one. He was a jerk. You're right. Jerks.
See, and if you're in Cleveland and they play, they are poor winners. Or just sour. They're just absolute jerks overall. There's good ones, I'm sure. However, overall, they're mean
all
too.
The nice
They're
ones
punchy.
out there, we're apologizing. We're not
Exactly.
speaking for the whole Steelers community.
But most of you suck, is what I'm saying. All right.
See, okay, this is why we need each other. Balance.
I'm not speaking for Joe. I'm not speaking for Joe. I'm speaking for me. With all the Brown stuff, Steeler fans, Ravens fans, you guys stink, and I don't like you. So what do we want to do with this one? Do we want to leave this one alone? Do we want over under? Like 44.5. I could see it being low scoring.
Ooh, I almost think that we might
Leave
sneak
it?
over it.
Yeah.
Because you look at like a 23-20 game doesn't get us over, but you get that. No,
Right.
You get one more score.
Yeah. Let's toss it. Eagles, Packers. We talked about it a little bit. You got question marks up until game time galore for Packers wide receivers. Matthew Golden may or may not. Christian Watson may or may not. Wicks may or may not. Tucker Kraft is gone. Musgrave is up. There's a lot of questions. And they're coming off that loss, like you said, against the Eagles. Like, Packers being favorites. Like, Joe, we're getting plus money on the Eagles. I don't know. I know they'll be pumped up for like a revenge game. It's in Lambeau, but I think the Super Bowl champs plus 100.
Yeah, I completely agree. The only thing that's scaring me is I've heard no one taking Green Bay, right? Like I've been doing all these shows this week, talking with other handicappers, what they're liking, and everyone's like, it's the Eagles, it's the Eagles, it's the Eagles. And I'm like, damn, Vegas is around for a reason.
Does it make too much sense? Oh no, I hate when that happens, right?
Yeah, but for me, it's the Eagles. Like, it doesn't make sense not to take the Eagles. Coming in off a bye, this team should be nice and strong. And I think you also look at the fact, Andy, and this is where I love Hurts for 2+ rushing touchdowns. That tush push is coming into play. Don't forget, it's the Packers who tried to stop the tush push. There is going to be huge Jalen Hurts tush push attempts.
Ooh. So you're saying Jalen Hurts 2 touchdowns?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
All day long.
Let's go. Plus 750.
Let's go.
Let's do that. Oh, I love it. Okay. There we go.
Right? Because wouldn't you make a statement? You guys tried to kick it. You tried to cancel it.
Yes, you tried to kick it all out, and oh yeah, I am totally with you there. Yeah, Eagle. Oh boy, that's money.
It's funny though, Andy, because I get so deep into these storylines that I can't get out of my way sometimes. Like with Jake Ottinger, the goaltender coming back from having a baby. We've seen a handful of goaltenders have big days, so then I went big on him to get the shutout. He led 7 goals to the Ducks. One might have been it. I was like, no. Baby brain's working opposite for him.
Oh, yeah, right. It's not quite working out. Oh my God. Okay, so we got a nice big ticket there. We got some extra. It says some can't be combined. Maybe it's those little.
It's probably some of those parlays.
Yeah, but one of those other ones. But you know what? Let me take the 201 out there. Well, in any case. Oh, there we go. Okay, I had to take out all the individual ones, so we can go back and put those in, the 2 interception, the 2 Jalen Hurts. as it stands from just money line over under stuff, it's a 9-ticket plus $16,240. $10 bet wins us $1,624.
Oh, let's go.
Let's do that. And then I want to go, and then I'm going to go back and sprinkle in those extra props, combine all those together. That 2-touchdown one I love with Jalen Hurts. That plus 750.
Yeah.
That's absolutely dynamite. Wow.
I won't be shocked if they get that on the first 2 possessions they have the ball.
Yeah. And like you said, with the tush push, that little like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tush push
right? Because the Packers can't stop it. We already know that. No team can really stop it.
No.
Right?
No, they do it so well. Absolutely.
That's why they wanted it canceled.
That's it. That's right. Joe, you're the best. Where can people find you, hear you, see you all week long?
Yeah, you guys can find me on all social media at Joe Madden Sports, and then you can catch me on Wager Talk for the primetime preview before every game kicks off at 7 p.m. Eastern, and then over on Picks and Parlays and Betting Pros. So
love it.
It was a good one. Yesterday, Andy, on Betting Pros, all of my college football best bets, they all cashed. It was a perfect sweep.
Really?
Yeah, it was amazing.
I was at a friend's wedding yesterday, so I couldn't. I usually try to tell you, and I missed it.
Oh, yeah. Had Vandy. I love Vandy. Jeez. I know people don't believe in them. Vandy just covered in overtime. Thank God. Good one.
Hey, doesn't matter how you do it, just if it gets done, right?
Absolutely. Winning
That's
tickets. Let's win some money today, Andy. Thank you.
Let's win some money. Joe, you're the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see ya. There she goes, at Joe Madden Sports on all socials. Joe Madden Team Jandy kicking it right there. And you know where you can kick it, folks. All right. On DraftKings Sportsbook. Come on. Week 10. It's on. It's now. Every touchdown brings you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. This isn't just football. It's first touchdown fireworks. Anytime TD rushes like Jalen Hurts. And live bets that ride every momentum shift. At DraftKings, every play is your next shot to win. New customers, this one's for you. Bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, grab over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Your season starts now. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code 6sports. That's code 6sports to get $300 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first bet of $5 or more, plus over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, fees may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday Ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday Ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday Ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
There you go, kids. All right, we are getting ready. Browns, Jets. It's time to get a win, Browns fans. All right, and I know on draft day it's probably going to be the Jets won, and they'll take Mendoza, and he'll be amazing, and we'll be kicking ourselves. But it just feels good to get a win, right? And then the Browns would match last year's total. Yay. Most intriguing part about this game, does anything change on offense with Tommy Rees calling plays? I have my doubts based on what we saw last year. Maybe it does. Is this the final game? If Dillon Gabriel can't put up points against the Jets, you've got to yank him. Come on, stop it. Stop it. The guy is at best a fringe backup, and you wasted a third-round pick on him. Cut your losses and put Shedeur Sanders in. Stop. Okay? DePodesta's gone. And I wonder if we see a change in urgency because DePodesta was the one that brought in Barry and Stefanski together. He's their biggest protector. He's their biggest advocate. He's gone. So do we see Stefanski, and I'm not sure what Barry would do now post-trade deadline, but something getting a little, taking shots, taking chances, because if your biggest advocate is gone, there's no guarantee you're coming back. And that's where the storyline gets interesting. But, man, on my draft day movie slip, and not Vontae Mack, it's Fernando Mendoza no matter what. This kid, real deal. But we got Jets. My prediction, Browns 20. They hit 20 to 17. Browns 20-17 over the Jets. That's what I'm predicting. I don't think we see a whole lot of difference on the offense, but they do just a bit more. David Njoku, anytime touchdown. I forgot to mention that with Joe. I think they get him one with how fired up he was with staying with the Browns. David Njoku anytime touchdown. I love that play. So pop that in. Have a great time today. We'll see you Tuesday for a reaction show and get you ready for the next week of fantasy football. Big thanks to Joe Madden at Joe Madden Sports, to producer Shane, and all of you. I'm Andy McNamara. And as always, go Browns!
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast with Andy McNamara on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.